You will not kill my vibe. No. Won't let you kill my vibe. No. I'm cruising in my ride. Yeah. Not everyone can ride. See, I don't do negative. I don't care if you a friend or...
Greetings and what up, though? It's your boy Jason Jamerson here with my very good friend Lorri, Lady L. Thomas. All my friends are dope, but we talking to her today. What's good with you, Lorri?
Everything's good.
Everything's good. It looked like everything's good by that exhale that you just made.
I know, because I just finished baking some chicken and it's good. And you know, my son went to spend some time with his granddad, so that's good. My daughter's downstairs doing her work, so that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So
well,
yeah.
I don't know if you heard the theme song to the show, but the end of the theme song, he says, the person who made the song said, as long as I wake up still breathing and my chicken's still seasoned, I got another reason to be good. So as long as that chicken was seasoned, you good.
Yes.
Good. What's going on? So for those, I probably am preaching to the choir here, but for those who don't know, Lorri is the dopest tattoo artist that I've ever met in life. She's the only person who ever put ink on my body. And yeah, because it's funny because when I first met, do you remember where and when we first met?
I remember it was years ago, and it was at LA Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
And you were signing me up for that high-ass membership.
Training, not the membership. I got you for the training.
Yeah, you got the membership, but the membership has to come with the train. I mean, you got to do the membership and then the training. So either way, I was paying for both high-ass.
That's the one thing I feel so bad about is like all the people that I signed up for personal training, I knew they was overpriced. And at that particular time, we actually had a dope trainer. So I don't think it was overpriced.
Yes, we had a dope trainer.
My man Cody.
That's Sean Spencer.
I gotta get him on one of these too. But my man Cody,
right.
Dope trainer. So it was worth it at that time. But then after he left and all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, nah, y'all charging too much for these people who don't know what they doing.
Right.
Well, yeah. So at the time, I had no tattoos, and I had 1.5 million ideas in my head of what I wanted. But every time I either had the money and didn't have a good idea, every time I had the money, I'm like, no, that's a stupid idea. I ain't doing that. Or I had a good idea and didn't have the money. But then I had a child, and I was like, the best idea I could think of is getting her handprint right here on my organ. And after that happened, I got the itch. I was like, more.
And then you I took your virginity, tattoo virginity, and then it's been like ever since. It's just been
it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'm done yet.
And another one on the way. Right.
And another one on the way.
Another one on the way.
Yeah. So what got you into tattooing?
What got me into tattooing was originally I am a fine artist. And I'm naturally a fine artist, but I'm a trained fine artist. I'm educated in art. I went to a tattoo party. I was never even considering doing tattoos. I've always drawn tattoos for people. But when you're formally taught, tattooing is not something that they discuss as being any type of career. Tattooing is just not something they discuss really at all when it comes to art and its history. So I used to just draw them for people, didn't think nothing of it. Went to a tattoo party on the east side of Detroit with one of my good friends, and she ended up getting a tattoo done, but I drew it for her. I drew the one I was going to get, and I ended up drawing like half of the tattoo party. And because they saw that I could draw. And the guy had asked me, the tattoo artist there had asked me, like, is this something that you would be interested in doing? And then I thought about it, and I saw all the money he was making, and I was like, yeah, I probably would be interested in doing this because you can barely draw, and I can draw better than you. So I'm like, I probably do good at this. That was what I thought at the time.
Yeah.
So then he said that he would teach me, but that never occurred. So I am self-taught. I tried to get an apprenticeship at several shops. And back 15 years ago, there weren't a lot of professional Black tattooers, and there weren't a lot of Black owned tattoo shops. So what ended up happening is I reached out to people through social media. I think Twitter was the big thing back then.
Shout out Twitter.
Facebook, stuff like that. And I would contact people that I researched, Black tattooers from Atlanta, DC, and California. And I got some tips and stuff, but really the learning was all just me getting my tattoos done, asking questions. They would never know, my tattoo artists never knew that I really was learning through asking the questions and stuff like that. But a lot had to do with practicing, because even as you are putting, because back then coil machines were, I used a different type of machine than now. Now I use rotaries. Coil machines a lot louder, a lot heavier, a lot more vibration. It was super hard to figure it out. And I have the first time I ever set up my machine, I quit. I tried to do one straight line. It was vibrating so hard. I was like, I don't see how people are doing this.
Yeah,
and I put it down. And I didn't pick it back up for another 4 months, when I just was like, I'm tired of working these 3 jobs. I was working 3 jobs at the time when I was practicing. And I was like, I'm tired of not seeing my daughter, not being able to see my daughter. I'm tired of my checks looking like it's not equivalent to the work I did. So
Preach.
That's when I decided, okay, this is something I need to learn. And eventually I was able to quit my jobs and focus on tattooing. So
yeah, and you not just focused on it, but I would say mastered it.
Thank you. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's every day, every tattoo, every tattoo you learn something new.
Yeah, I know one of the last ones, this is when I realized you was like, I knew you could draw. I knew you was a dope artist, because I've been in the shop and seen, the different stuff. But what really got it was, I don't know, you remember this tattoo right here? I had drew a picture of it and sent it to you. I was like, I wanted to look something like this. And you was like, yeah, nah. And then I was sitting there like, all right, well, you the artist, go ahead. My feelings hurt a little bit, because I took all morning when I was supposed to be working.
You actually, a lot of people, what they be like, I'm not an artist, but as long as you can construct what's in your head on a piece of paper, I can do the rest. But some people, it's very hard for them to explain what they want. So I just be like, just try to draw it out as best as you can, because sometimes it's like, okay, this can be done. And then sometimes it's like, no, let's try again. Let's come up with something else. People sometimes are all over the place.
I took my time with that one too. I drew it with two different ink pens. I shaded it myself and everything. And you was like, yeah, nah, I got this. I was like, dang.
Because I definitely wasn't about to put it on your body as is. You would
I appreciate that, because it came out way better.
You would have hated me. Your wife would have hated me. Everybody.
Man, I would be like, why did you do this to me? Why wouldn't you stop me?
I gotta look at this for the rest of my life.
Right. Like, you should have stopped me. You knew this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
But nah. Yeah. So you have a very unique tour that you put together every year.
Yes.
The Ladies of Ink Tour.
The Ladies of Ink Tour. It is the first and only and the largest tattoo tour, running 5 years in a row. It's all Black female tattoo artists. And it's actually about 17 of us, but actually it's going to be 5 more artists joining us before the end of the summer. So yeah, that's going to be dope. And I actually expanded to Canada and the UK. So I have brand ambassadors over in Canada and the UK. And the UK, The UK is going to start their tour soon, probably 2021, 2022, because we're still trying to build a tour over there. But I felt like the reason behind the tour is I felt like it's something that was needed. We don't make up a big percentage of the tattoo industry. I'll say that. I'll say that we make up less than 2% as women, and Black women make up less than that. So
wait a minute.
Yeah, when you walk into a tattoo shop, it's not too many Black artists you'll see, and it's not too many females you'll see. And so when you see a Black female artist, it's like, oh wow! Like even to this day, it's other females and other industries that are coming in the shop, and I'll open the door for them. You know, how can I help you? I want to talk to a tattoo artist. Okay, fine. You want to talk to me? You can talk to me. You do tattoos? Yeah, I do tattoos.
I don't even know.
Why is that so hard? Why is that hard or like so surprising? But that kind of,
I was gonna say it was interesting because so when I was looking at getting tattoos before, like years before I actually got the first one you put on me, I was looking at, you know, like, all right, what do I want? But in my head, the only vision I had of a tattoo parlor or whatnot or a shop was basically what I saw on TV. And this like TV before the reality shows came out.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, I'm gonna walk in there, it's gonna be some ZZ Top looking dude with his extra long beard and a biker vest on.
Right.
And just nothing but smoke, and he's gonna be like, you know,
and listening to rock and roll.
Right, taking shots while he doing my tattoos. Like, I don't know if this is normal. But, you know, it was I said one of the most interesting things when I walked in was at the door, it said no smoking or drinking at y'all shop and whatnot. But
yeah.
I'm like, what? I thought that's all they did in here. Like,
yeah, not if you want to keep your license for your shop.
Yeah. That was one of my biggest fears. Like, all right, what if they in there high and they mess up my tattoo? Like, what they in there just smoking, or they just spill their drink or something like that, and they just, like, oh God.
I've heard some stories like that, but I don't believe those shops were licensed at all. So
yeah, but no, that
do your research.
Yeah, and that's when and so after doing my research, I had a friend of mine who got, I think all her tattoos were done by Chrissy.
The butcher.
Yeah, and so they were like, yeah, you should go to her. So I was like, all right, in my head, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. But then you walked into LA Fitness. I had no clue who you were. I just put you through a fitness assessment. I was like, shoot, I'm about to, you know, give me a sale real quick. I'm about to,
right. And you did. I'm still paying them. I'm like, can you take this off of my...
Man, listen, they don't like giving people their money back.
They don't. I'm like, come on now, y'all need this $10 a month for this freeze.
Right. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, you know, I was gonna go to her. And you was like, well, I you know, that's my girl, I train her. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I was like, what? Well, maybe, just maybe. And then really it was even still, I was like, I don't know how much it's gonna cost. But then I put you up with one of the dopest trainers we had, and you saw results so quick. He was like, what you want? I was like, ha ha, look at us all winning out here.
Here you go.
Look at us all winning.
But Cody got tattooed before you, didn't he? Or
Cody,
did he come afterwards?
He scheduled his before mine.
Oh, okay. But you came before him?
I think no, he did get it before me, but he already had tattoos though.
Oh no, what threw me off was you had came with him when he got his first tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting because
it was fun.
It was fun. It was real fun. We were sitting there. Was that the time we watched The Negotiator, or was that a different time?
I think it was because for some reason you either watch Bernie Mac or some kind of movie like that when Cody got tattooed. Yeah,
we watched The Negotiator, and I was very surprised that you had never seen one of Samuel L. Jackson's finest works.
I know.
It was.
And I still literally haven't seen it because I was tattooed. I heard it though.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah, you heard all the suspense.
Yeah. I kept looking up like, what is going on?
But no, yeah. So so you were saying that the Ladies of Ink tour you felt like it was needed.
It was needed. It was definitely needed, and it shows because, like I said, it's a white male dominated industry, and it's a lot of racism in the industry. So it's like, we have strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that you want to do, you can't do by yourself. But when you connect with other people that are like-minded and stuff like that, you can actually, do more. So by uniting all these Black women who people aren't even used to seeing in this industry, it created so much attention that we have international attention. So we have people who support us from Africa, South America, all around. People are actually contacting me through email, like, you're inspiring, keep pushing and stuff like that. So it's like, hey, we even landed a spot on a reality show, Little Women Atlanta. Got a chance to tattoo one of the cast members and stuff like that. So it's just been dope as hell. So
that's another thing, because I remember one time we were sitting in there, you was talking about somebody you had tattooed who was a celebrity. And I'm like, well, dang, she probably done tattooed quite a few celebrities in her day.
Well, yeah, I mean, a couple big names, and then I've done like some athletes and football players and stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, I feel like all my clients are on the same level. I swear, people are people. Like, I never treated anybody more than whatever they show me they are. Like, you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. You bleed like I bleed, you breathe the same air. We all know that the coronavirus, it ain't got no names on it. Anybody can get to it. So it just shows you how human people are. So despite how much money they make or how many people might know them, I'm going to treat you the same way you treat me. And I'm going to treat you with respect. You treat me with respect. I'm not going to overcharge you because, you got more money. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to charge you what I feel like your piece is worth. So I've always just been like that.
And that's one thing. I kind of picked this up from you when it came to my personal training, is when you asked, but I told you what I wanted. You didn't say this is how much you're going to charge. You said, what's your budget? And I severely appreciated that, because I'm like, because, now I was like, all right, I may not get exactly what I want, but at least I know, I'm getting something in this budget to at least get it started or whatever.
To get it started. And it's even if somebody, it's some things just like, okay, this is just gonna cost. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain ideas I can work with people's budgets. Some stuff I'm just like, okay, guys, like, you're not gonna get your whole back done for fucking $200-$300. It's just not gonna happen. So I'll break down the whole process, like, but don't think that you're gonna sit here and get your whole back done in one day. So know that you're not splitting the whole amount all at once. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can baby step this shit. Like, if you only have a certain amount that you can spend, then okay, this is how much work we can do at this certain, and we can get it done. That's just how I do my business. So. And it works out for me. It's been working.
Yeah, I think I learned that lesson with this lion, I think it was. Because you immediately said you hate doing lions. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like, because I really hate it because nobody, despite how big or how small it is, it's a lot of detail. And nobody really understands, as far as, I'm not going to say nobody, but a lot of people don't understand. Like, they're like, but it's only right here. I'm like, but it's hair. That mane. I'm like, man, y'all want the aggressive line. So it's like the face gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of detail.
Exactly what I said. Like, this is exactly what I wanted.
But most men don't want a relaxed ass line on them. Like, they don't want like a line just chilling. That's what women, like the Leo women, they want those. They barely get lioness. They just want the man lion. Like, that's what they want. So it's like, but they get the more relaxed line with the flowers around it. But the guys, they like, no, I want that nigga to roll.
Yeah.
I want it to have blood.
I want my lion relaxing. What good is a relaxed lion? Nobody. I go to the zoo and I don't want to see no lion relax. I want something to jump
That's
on.
all you gonna get at the zoo, though. You can barely see them.
That's why
they always sleep.
I'll be waiting for something to jump off in that lion cage, like somebody about to
Male
fall
lions
in.
are lazy.
Apparently.
They are. Don't they even hunt? I've heard the lioness. She's the one that does the hunting.
I don't know if that's the truth.
Yeah, I think that is the truth.
It could be. I might have to Google that.
I don't know. Don't take my word on it, but I heard that they do most of the hunting. I know cheetahs for sure. Cheetahs for sure.
You know what? It makes sense because on the Lion King, I don't know why I'm trying to say Lion King like it's fact, but on the Lion King, Scar was sending all the lionesses out to find the food, and I'm pretty sure Mufasa did that too, because I think there's only one male lion in every pride anyway.
Yeah.
So, with the exception of the cub. So it's not like he going out and finding 1,000.
Right, he's sitting there chilling, just making babies.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's so crazy because this is gonna make me Google or watch freaking Animal Kingdom shit.
You know, here are all my friends adult. We have some real thought-provoking content. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's gonna get you thinking.
Yeah, now we're gonna figure out like is lions some lazy motherfuckers or not? Male lions.
What makes them the king of the jungle for real?
Right. Why are you the king?
Right. I ain't never seen no lion beat a rhinoceros.
Right.
No, that's too real. I got too real.
Have we even seen one get an elephant?
Nah, they skin too tough.
That's true.
They skin too tough. They just walk around like they just.
What makes lion is king? His roar?
It has. I think he's just so intimidating.
I think that's exactly what it is. It's but a rhino, shit.
Yeah, rhinoceros ain't playing.
That motherfucker ugly.
Start moving. You know,
exactly.
They just don't got the finesse though, so they can't be. It can't be no king of the.
It's not. It's like not pretty because lions are more exotic and stuff.
Right.
Like nobody wants a pet rhinoceros. Like
I mean, I wouldn't mind a pet rhinoceros, but if you really
I don't think it could be trained.
If the jungle was a business, would you want a rhinoceros to be the face of your business?
Hell yeah, them horns. Ooh, somebody needs to get one tattooed.
Down all the time. They can't even live. They can't.
I never tattooed a rhinoceros.
You haven't?
Never. In 15 years, I have never, and that's a lot of detail.
Well, you know what? I think I got some room.
You want to ride no reason like you just talking
the whole
like,
animal kingdom. I want a rhinoceros like on my arm,
a gorilla,
stampeding up my arm. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Actually, stampeding down my arm. So then when I punch somebody, it'd be like, you know, you got all the rhinoceros.
Violence, yeah.
That makes sense. Too bad I don't fight people often. So
right,
that'd be kind of pointless.
I don't even see. I feel like for you to fight somebody, they would have to blatantly disrespect you or mess with your kids or family.
Yeah.
I think you're a pretty easygoing guy, like, but some people be looking for the fights and you can tell. You be like,
I don't got time for that.
Exactly, I got too much to lose.
I got too much to lose. I'm at the point in my life where if I fight, like I'm getting up there in age. Like I'm not saying I'm old, but I shaved all this right here because it's getting gray hairs here. There's a gray hair somewhere.
Oh my god!
I got a gray hair here somewhere.
Because it's gray.
Back there. Yeah, I got.
Embrace
I don't
that
like it
salt
anyway.
and pepper.
But I'm gonna rock it. You know, I'm not obviously not shaving the one that's up in here because that just looks stupid if I just got a bald spot right here and everything else is locked up. But I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, if I get into an altercation with somebody and it comes down to throwing blows, I'm assuming my life's on the line.
Oh yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, one of us ain't walking away from this fight. Like that's the way it's got to be.
I'm gonna take all the aggression of all the past things that I've never fought about.
Right. You're gonna be hitting like this is for my bike, like your bike.
5th grade, right? 5th grade. It was talking about me. So.
Right, you took my Bosco sticks. Like, wait, what?
Like, what nigga? That one time my sister. Like, I just.
So what do you think is the most common thing you tattoo on somebody?
Most common things are the word faith. I've done hearts, stars, butterflies, queen. I started this. Yeah. So I definitely had a queen and king. I definitely did that more than 300 times. What else? Lions.
That was one of my biggest things was I don't want to get something on me that everybody has. If I do, I want it to be way different.
Yeah.
Than how everybody has it.
And that's another thing about your lion. Because you wanted to combine two different pictures of realistic lines to create your own. They make it two different faces.
It got to be different. I can't be like everybody else.
It was.
Like them.
I mean, I enjoyed how it turned out, and I was just like, okay. But at first, I prayed a lot of. Listen, I do. I don't care. Y'all better get you a tattoo artist that pray about y'all tattoos.
You know.
I said, you know what, Lord, take my hand through this, and because it's every time I do a line, it just challenges a lot of detail. And I'm like, I wanna hit this spot on. I want him to be happy with his work, and I just say my prayer. And I'm like, God, take the lead.
I had no clue you was doing all that.
I pray about a lot of tattoos.
Glad I found out about that after the fact.
I mean, it's good to know. It's good to know that your tattoo. Now, it's one thing. Like, I will tell you, 10 years ago, you couldn't get me to do that. You couldn't get me to do it at all. But the more that you progress through anything you do, the more, the better you get. Mm-hmm. So the better I got and the more that I researched and paid attention to other people's tattooing, a lot of us, we look at people tattooing, whether it's at the tattoo conventions or even on YouTube. They have certain artists that are slow-mo or just speed up and you can see what needles they use. You can see their, and their techniques and stuff like that. So once I started learning more techniques, it got me more like excited, like, okay, I'm ready, because it's different from having a trained person always up underneath you, kind of guiding you, and you to be at home trying to learn it on your own. Like, it's two different. It's like you really have to push yourself because your esteem be kind of low because it seems like overpowering, overwhelming. Like, okay, I'm really about to do something permanent on somebody, and I want it to be perfect. Like, whatever idea of perfect or whatever they want. Like, my joy is actually looking at people's reactions after I'm done. Like, I get people who cry sometimes. I get people who just be excited, like, especially with cover-ups, because people be like, it's so easy. No, I swear it's so easy to like laugh about people with bad tattoos and people with names. But people have definitely been through stuff with these people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like a cover up of her name, it could be something crazy like this man beat me or this woman took me through so much shit that I just want her off me. You feel me? And that's like, it's like therapeutic to be able to look in the mirror and know that part of the relationship been gone. You feel me? But to be like, okay, they don't have this power over me. This power is going. I don't got to look at this thing. Like, and then even bad tattoos, you got people who just don't really know too much about it and didn't research a lot and went to somebody who just didn't know what the hell they doing and didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then once they realize, like, okay, this could be covered up and you made it look so much better. Like, I didn't have brides. Like, okay, I got a wedding in August. I don't want this tattoo being shown at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so it's like, it's just feels good to be able to really change people's perspective, change people's lives, like, and that reaction just be, I didn't cry with my clients before because it be some stuff. It's really some stuff, like, and I love it.
You cried with Prince when you covered up that terrible tattoo on his chest?
No, oh my God, Prince. I love him. He brought me a cigar and everything. See, that's another thing. Your clients become your friends, like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was damn near your client. That's how I started off. Because you definitely got that sale. And then and then you became mine. And it's like, and then you keep referring these dope people to me. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. So
Yeah, you know, you like I said on Instagram multiple times, you always gonna have my business, and you the first person I'm first.
Yeah.
You know?
But I appreciate that because some people were like solely be like, I don't want nobody else going to you, but you like, but me like, nigga, what kind of shit you on? Like, it's a lot of people they be like, that's you, my tattoo artist. I'm like, what the possessive shit is that? Like,
yeah, that's kind of scary.
It is, but a lot of people feel that way, especially when I get booked and they can't get in. See, this is why I don't be telling nobody about you. I be having to wait all this time. I'm like, okay, well, how about this? If you plan ahead,
right,
instead of trying to get shit. The funniest thing is that
tomorrow.
The funniest thing that in some people's heads that they think that I'm sitting here waiting on them to get a tattoo. Like, I feel like in their heads, they think that I'm sitting here around, like when we were working, that I'm sitting in the shop all day just waiting, like for them to call and they can just come whenever they feel like it. And that's a misconception because it's not like that. Like the Lorri that was banging out the house, like shit, what was that? 13 years ago? Yeah, you can come and wait. It was always a wait. You know what I'm saying? Like It was always either somebody standing on my porch, somebody sitting in the backyard, somebody on the stairs. It's always people in my living room. I always bang. Like I was pure hustling, trying to get my name out there. So I never really told too many people no. And it caused me to be working 18 to 24 hours straight. Shit crazy.
Man, listen, that's the same with the personal trainer. Cause they literally was thinking I'm just like, oh, you gonna be at the gym at 5? Like, yeah, but I'm working. Like, what
right? Like I already got somebody.
right. But what time's you free? I'm like, I mean, my last client at 8, but I'm trying to go home. Like, well, if I get there by 8:30, if I get there by 8:30, and you only work out for 30 minutes, like, man.
Right. I'm like, how about we just playing something else? Because that's not how this works. And that's another thing is that's how you demand your respect too. Because it's like people, if you keep giving them an inch, they'll take that motherfucking foot. Like, okay. Like you keep giving them, it's gonna be a yard. It's gonna keep getting worse where they just popping up on you. They're not even calling. You know what I'm saying? Oh. And that's where it got to be. And that's when I was like, I cannot even do this. I'm like, it's so crazy because I was so driven by the money and so driven by getting my name out there that I wasn't thinking about my safety and the safety of my kids. Like they lay their heads. I had a daughter back then, but I'm like, just a daughter. But I was like, damn, she lay her head here. I lay my head here. And these people are strangers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God, God has protected me and covered us all these years. Well, not all those years, but those first couple years that I was tattooing out my home. You know what I'm saying? Like I never had any bad incidents with anybody. And I think that's a blessing because I literally had hundreds and hundreds of people in our house.
That's definitely a blessing. That is definitely a blessing. So how long, you said you were in your house, how long, did you go straight to where you at now after that?
I was in my house for like 2 to 3 years. And then that's when I said, okay, this is not working because it's too many people. And it's actually this one girl, the first shop I ever went to, it was this guy. Who was he? I think one of my clients was saying something about, okay, I work at, it might have been Sebastian Jackson. I don't know if he never got a tattoo for me. I don't even understand how it happened, but people had heard about me. And this guy was looking for a tattoo artist to be in his salon. And he had a salon called Salon X, and it was on Wayne State's campus. And he, it was an upscale salon. It had like a tanning room and, very fancy, looked very nice. And he had an extra room. And so he asked me to come by and we went over things and he told me how much he would charge me a week. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's nothing. I'm thinking like that in my head, like I could do one tattoo and I'll be, pretty much paid. And then everything else is perfect. So this is perfect. They parking was a little shitty because Wayne State's parking just always been shitty.
Oh yeah.
But it was on the same street of the dorms. So it was like perfect. So I started working there. And I made so much money and I brought so much business to them because so many people didn't even know that it was there. You know what I'm saying? But they like, the tattoo artist, especially from the tickets, those students I was taking all of their refund checks. All of their refund checks. They couldn't stand it. So really, Wayne State wanted me off the campus. So
wow.
Yeah, so they had emailed him. And I really also think that it was him too, because he started getting money hungry, because I know he was just like, okay, you know, what we discussed and what she's making. And he was an Arabic guy, you know how they go.
Yeah.
He was like, what we discussed and what she's making, she's clearly making more. So he really was trying to go up on the price at the same time that Wayne State was, you know, trying to get me off of there. So that was that. He ended up pretty much losing that business. And Sebastian Jackson has it now. It's the Social Grooming Club. So that's dope as hell.
Shout out to Sebastian Jackson.
So after I left Salon X, I had went back to the house because I didn't know what to do. And then rest in peace, Big Pen. Big Pen had told this woman about me because she was looking for a tattoo artist for her salon. And her salon was on Green River, between Southfield Freeway and Outer Drive. And
you was there?
Yeah.
I used to walk past that when I first started saying I wanted a tattoo. I lived in that neighborhood. I used to walk past that place all the time, like one day.
But hold on, it's the salon first. Before I moved to that tattoo shop, it was a salon, and then me and my sister was a cosmetologist, so my sister was doing hair, started doing hair there. I had got her job there, but me and my sister actually had took the salon and we did it over because the salon wasn't really looking presentable like that. Me and my sister went to the community thrift store and we ended up getting the fabric, making curtains to go around each mirror, vanity mirror, like put mats, like reupholstered stuff to make that salon. She, to this day, she still tells me, she moved to Florida, she still will write me and say how I changed her, me and my sister changed her, mindset on how business is and how, because I'm like, a lot of people don't realize that you don't need a lot of money to make things look good. Like, it's a lot of DIYs, there's a lot of way to do things for a low cost. That's and it just takes effort. You know what I'm saying? So I worked there, and Body Candy Tattoos was like, baby, like, I'm doing, you're welcome, baby. I'm doing Body Candy Tattoos was like maybe five little businesses down. So they like, okay, it's a girl down there doing tattoos, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she taking people from our shop and doing them down there. I'm doing an interview. Yeah, he went with his granddad. And so then she was like, he was one of the tattoo artists had came down there because one of his boys came down there to see what everybody was talking about. His name was Doug. That's my baby to this day. And he was like, it's a bad fine bitch down. That's what he said. That's what he said. You know how men talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, it's a bad fine bitch down the street doing tattoos. He was like, what the fuck you talking about? So then he found out who I was, and I would end up going down there to see the shop, and they convinced me pretty much to work there, because what was going to happen was the guy who owned that shop, he was going to report me, you know what I'm saying, because I wasn't licensed, so that's technically illegal. And he was like, he convinced me to work there. So I worked at Body Candy for some years.
Blackmailed you to work there, basically.
Pretty much. He didn't blackmail me, but I already knew what his angle was going to be. Because they just kept on talking about, this is a licensed facility, this is a license, which they end up not even be a licensed facility. He kept photoshopping the shit. He was a scammer. Anywho, that's neither here or there.
I tell you.
We all end up leaving Body Candy and going to Detroit Ink Spot. Detroit Ink Spot is owned by Jason Phillips, and everybody that pretty much worked at Body Candy left Body Candy because our business literally fell apart. Like, the police had came in there and with an eviction notice because he wasn't paying the rent.
You had me on the edge of my seat. You said the police came in there and
and I'm like, this is embarrassing. Down. We got served. We got served when we had clients in there. And then then how about one time we come to the shop and there's no lights or no gas, because he had been utilizing that, like, I guess he had some type of where he was stealing it. He was stealing the gas and electricity because he had several shut-off notice. So then one day we came to work and it was a generator, a gas generator inside of the shop. The whole shop smelled like gas.
Oh,
the whole shop smelled like gas. I said, this is my last day. This is my last day. I said, I feel like we gonna blow up in here. Yeah, I said, literally. I said, I feel like I'll light a match and it's over. I was like, my clients cannot smell these fumes, and I'm not going to smell it either. So we all end up leaving. Jason had found a building. We were working in there. The building was not up to par yet, but Wayne and Jason and the guys, they were like building it as we were working. So it's like to just see it from being built from one thing and turn to something else, because it used to be Tiki's Balloons and Chauncey's Records before then. So it's like, it's a historical building. So it's like, it's just good that we're there and we're able to continue to bring, you know, business to that area. That's dope.
That's dope. It's funny, for whatever reason, when you said that the police came to serve y'all papers, it reminded me of one time when I was doing a comedy show at Snookers. And, you know, there was no stage at Snookers. It's just the floor or whatever. And in the middle of me hosting, somebody walked up to me and served me some papers for a totally different Jason Jamerson. But it was like, Jason Jamerson, I'm on the microphone. I'm like, yeah, it was good. He just handed me some papers. I'm like, what is this? He was like, hey, I just got to do what I got to do. Took a picture and walked off. I'm like, hold on. So I'm just standing there with a microphone.
Took a picture of the wrong nigga.
No, the wrong. That's probably why because I'm like, I'm not even from Atlanta. Like, I'd never been to Atlanta. It had something to do with some car accident in Atlanta. I'm like, yo, this was not at all.
So they came all the way. Do you know how much it costs to serve somebody in a whole nother state?
It was wrong.
You paid by the miles.
They got me on stage, on the floor. Middle of my set. I was right about, man, ruined the joke for everybody. I was right at the punchline. I was like, and then, hello? You know, like, it was over with. But yeah, nah. I don't know why that just.
That is so funny.
That's funny.
I wish I was there. Like, this ain't even me.
Right. I'm like, hold on, because I'm over here looking at the paper with the microphone in my hand, just looking at it like, oh, what is this? I just had to bring the next comedian up so I could gather myself. Like, what is coming to the stage? But nah. And that's the other thing. You came to one of my shows at Snookers. Snookers was
yes.
And
that was the best one, because, well, not the best one, I can't say the best, but it was a good time because that was the first and only time I seen Kool-Aid live.
R.I.P. Kool-Aid, yeah, Kool-Aid. Yes. Kool-Aid was the coolest comedian and one of the funniest comedians, if not the funniest comedian here in Detroit, because I don't even think he was supposed to be there. Like, I didn't book him for that.
I don't even think so either, but he just came up like a...
He just showed up. I didn't book him. He was just there and said, hey, I want some time. I'm like, bet. Shoot, I ain't about to say no.
Talking so much shit to us, me and my ex. Oh my God. He kept going. I'm like, I wish I could just change my seat so bad and go
somewhere. The worst thing you can do to a comedian when he asks what your name is and tell him your nickname, and that's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what he did either. I ain't gonna say it.
That's why I didn't say it. I wasn't sure if you wanted to.
But I was just like, that's so funny.
And he just went in on him.
On him. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Like, why would he do this to himself? But nah, that was a good show.
That was some good times. I really appreciate you for inviting me, and I'm gonna make sure that, like, I feel like this whole coronavirus thing has opened my eyes to a lot of things and allowed me to appreciate a lot more, as far as self-care and rest, because it was so many times I was like, I'm going to Jason's comedy show tonight, and it was like, I'm working, I got tired, I ain't gonna make it. And I'm like, no, fuck that. I really enjoy comedy shows, and I really enjoy myself when I came to yours. So I'm going to make sure that I'm more supportive, and I know advance to knock them appointments and reschedule if I already have them, because I want to come.
I appreciate that. I'm definitely about to have a whole bunch more when this is over.
We gonna need them, and they probably gonna be fucking sold out. All these people depressed. Make me laugh. They'll be shooting at you. Make me laugh. Shooting at your toes.
You got some of them jokes, man. You got some of them jokes. You got some of them jokes, man.
You should do a skit like that.
I need a smile, man. I need a smile in my life right now.
I need a smile.
I need a smile, man. I can't smile.
Right.
Nah, but yeah, I appreciate that though. I appreciate it. This went a little longer than I thought.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, it's all good. Like I said, we just gonna have a fun conversation. Wherever it goes, it goes. But Lorri, where can people reach you at? Well, I know you probably got a million people reaching you for the wrong reasons too. So I don't know if you want to put.
You know, it's okay. I don't mind. I don't put out my number, but you can definitely reach me at my website, Lady L Tattoos. It's LADYLTATTOOS. You can reach me on Instagram at Lady L Tats, LADYLTATTS. And that's pretty much the gist of it, because all those places have links for, to see my work and, my email. That's all on those sites and stuff. So
Dope. Well, like I told y'all, all my friends are dope. But today we talked to Lady L, Lorri Thomas.
He handpicked his friends, guys.
Hey, why you playing? Everybody can't, I'm a cool guy. Everybody can't have access. Before we get out of here, well, actually, no, I ain't gonna tell because then people gonna start buying it. Because you introduced me to some of the best red wine ever. And,
guess what? Hold on, was that you that told me? Oh yeah, you the one that told me.
What?
But listen, I had told so many people about that red wine.
Mm-hmm.
That they've been sending me pictures, drinking it like this shit. My boy yesterday, he's like, this is so cool.
That drink is dangerous because it tastes like juice.
Yes.
It tastes like juice, but it's like 19.5% alcohol.
Yes, 19.7. You can run that to 20.
I'm like, man, this don't make no sense. Like that.
I'm on Earl Stevens tonight.
Oh, that's not wine. That is liquor in a wine bottle. That is Hennessy in a tuxedo. That's what that is. Earl Stevens is Hennessy in a tuxedo.
That's what I like. You know what? You right about that. Hennessy in a tuxedo.
It's Hennessy in a tuxedo.
When I post it, I'm gonna quote that and put it at you like
Hennessy in the tuxedo.
Yes.
That sounds like something named Earl Stevens. Earl Stevens sounds like a
E40.
a Negro in a tuxedo. That's what that is.
Right. But E40, shit. E40 is one of the smartest Black men that I want to meet. He's a genius. Real estate mogul, like everything.
Yeah. He came out with that wine. I said, he on something.
Right.
He still put out like 8 albums a year. So it's like.
And listen, and they shit be slapping. Be slapping still all these years. Like, damn, E40, I know you way past 40.
Right.
You still just going in, man.
What do you want? Still doing it.
Right. I want to meet him for sure.
Yeah. But no, thank you for coming on, Lorri. I appreciate it.
No problem. I enjoy myself.
All right. I'm glad you did. Well, everybody,
bye,
thank
guys.
y'all for watching. Jason Jamerson, a.k.a. The Jason Experience. I'm outie.
I'ma keep my head up, turn my music up, time to roll. If my money's up or money's down, out of my control. As long as my heart stay beating and my chicken stay seasoned, I know I will always have a reason to be good. Clothes on my back, I'm so good, so good.